Good morning, rubber booters. Anyone out there for the rubber boot net on the, what is it? It's Thursday. Sorry, it's Tuesday. The 9th of October 2018. Temperature here is 11 degrees and it's rising. But we have 6 spots. So anyone out there for the rubber boot net, please?
Good morning, Mike.
VE2 Oscar Charlie, Quebec. Good morning.
VE3 Portable Damien. Good morning. VE3NIE.
3 until.
VE3 Tango X-Ray Bravo.
I have VE3RUU, good morning, VE2OCQ, likewise to John, VE3 India Alpha Oscar. Could you confirm that call sign, please?
VE3 Portable Damien.
I'm sorry I missed you again. I got the VA3 that time. Was it India Alpha?
India Tango India.
ITI, is that by any chance came in?
Affirmative.
Okay, now I've got you. Just a little VE3NIE, that's David, VE3MPO, Bottom, and VE3TXC, Tim. Anyone else for the rubber boot net? Well, let's hear from VE3RUU.
Good morning, Mike, and everyone on the net this morning. We're currently sitting at 9 degrees, and it's slightly foggy here at the moment. At least here in all the rest it is. And the fog patches will change into a risk of thunderstorms this afternoon. A high of 25 with the humidex getting up close to the 30 range. And well, we also have a risk of thunderstorms overnight, but we fall down to 18 degrees. Outlook for tomorrow, we're looking at cloudy conditions, rain off and on, and 22. Same thing on Thursday, we're looking at 21 degrees with showers off and on as well. We have wall-to-wall sunshine at 11. Saturday, we're looking at a mix of sun and cloud, and 10. Back to you, Mike.
Well, that does sound jolly, I must say. It's been cold for the past 10 days or so, I believe. And it's just not too much person. I look out of the window and I see a big white blank space. So it is really quite foggy on the other way. VE2OCQ, good morning, Jason.
Yeah, good morning. Not much to report here. I understand that the Mont Bleu school students are beginning their school at Delisle. So we'll see what happens with that. There are plans to straighten up things somewhere in January. Over.
Oh dear. Well, I hope they're not going to kick all the kids out of school or something like this. What's the occasion?
Yeah, they're using some kind of part-time plan for both schools joint in the same location. It's not pleasant for everyone, but that's the best we could do for now.
Okay, well, I'm sorry this is like it.
Good morning, Mike, and everybody on the net. I'm happy to report an excellent Thanksgiving enjoyed with my 3 kids and some guests. We disappeared pretty much the entire 22-pound turkey. Now, on the other side of things, the unfortunate events we had due to the tornadoes. I know for a fact that some friends of us who work at the Canada Food Board, and they're very, very busy delivering stuff. The community has pretty much pitched in and helped as much as they could.
Okay, you were breaking up quite a lot there on occasion, and the audio is still very gloomy as opposed to start. And I don't know if you can adjust the microphone, but it's quite difficult to copy it. Anyway, let's see what the NIE has to say.
Thanks, Mike. VE3NIE here. I think you missed Alan. He called in twice. He tried to get in, but the second half of his call sign, it just seemed to always break up. It's KAE, I believe he was trying to get on. Yeah, I've heard about all of the goings on that have happened with people with their houses and schools destroyed, and heard some of what they're trying to do to alleviate the situation and everybody's hardships. So all the best for everybody. Other than that, busy day today ahead for me, and not much else to add. VE3NIE, over.
Okay, well, I don't know how this going. VE3MPO, can you hang on a second? VE3KAE. Victor Alpha P, Kilo Alpha Echo, are you out of action there? Maybe he's trying to pick something. VE3MPO.
VE3MPO, well, good morning, everyone. I guess, your signal is a bit noisy here this morning there, Mike. A little white noise, or not as clear as usual, but I guess sometimes we do hear you like that. Yeah, and by golly, did I last night there? I had gone to bed early, and this storm we had there, thunder, lightning, and all the rain. We have a flat roof here, and this rain, it was like a deluge hitting the roof, and it made a lot of noise, quite a bit of noise. Anyhow, it woke me up, that's for sure. And anyhow, weekend went nice, and well, we didn't have turkey this year. We had chicken. The wife says, "Oh, we're going to do a chicken instead of turkey," saying that if we do a turkey, we're left over there with a bit of turkey there, and we eat a turkey sandwich the rest of the week. So anyhow, it was just a change for this year. Anyhow, other than that, nothing too much. I still got to get up there, get my dipole down, and put there's one leg of my dipole that's broken off at the apex, so we got to fix that before winter comes in. And that's about it. Anyhow, back to you, Mike, VE3MPO.
Flat is it a big flat roof, or is it comparatively small? Well, when we lived in Ontario, we had a small section of the roof which was flat, and that was a constant problem because it wasn't very well drained.
Well, the whole roof is flat there, Mike. I don't know if that was your question.
Well, I think I'm not getting out very well. It's very noisy, the reception here also. VE3TXB.
Yes, VE3 Tango X-Ray Bravo here. Good morning, everyone. Can't really complain. Not much is new other than it's raining again. Yesterday was pretty good. Can't really complain about that. Didn't rain very much except later on in the evening. Was at my parents' place and family was visiting out of town, so celebrated Thanksgiving, and that was about it. VE3 Tango X-Ray Bravo, back to the group.
It's about 15 minutes. I'm worried about getting therefore in the sunshine. Victor Echo C, Kilo Alpha Echo. Alan, are you still with us? Well, I didn't see Alan anyway, but I'm sure it wasn't a delusion on somebody's part. Anyone else out there for the Rubber Boot Net? Please come now.
Give it a try, but I might not get in. There's little to nothing for a signal. VE3MPC.
Oh, at least I hear you loud and clear. Well, with a lot of noise in the background, Bob. And you should grab it while you still can. VE3MPC.
I'll keep it short because I've been here since you opened up the net, but it's like, I mean, there's nothing and less than nothing for a signal. So anyway, it's not raining here, and it might be clearing up a little touch, and we didn't get much. Got a bit of rain overnight, but that was about it. No big thunderstorms or nothing. And it's supposed to be high around 26 here today, and mainly sunny tomorrow, and 24 for here tomorrow, but then showers on Thursday. VE3MPC.
I've got to ask you a question, Bob. Do you have any relations who came from the southwest of England, that is? Can you answer that question, over?
What relations we do have are around Lowestoft, and actually even have a village named after my last name. But yeah, most of them are up in the northeastern part of England, Lowestoft area.
But I thought you'd be interested in that. Maybe I'm wrong, but I've noticed, you have just a touch of a easterly English accent in you.
Maybe it's Ottawa Valley twang or something. But like, I don't know if you caught it, but most of my relatives came from Lowestoft.
Oh yeah, I know Lowestoft. It's right on the east coast, and it's a kind of a soft-spoken kind of accent, but it's only the occasional word which comes up, and I think, oh, there's the guy who comes from the fens, or a bit east of the fens. Anyway, let's see if there's anyone else. I'll call for VE3 Kilo Alpha Echo again. No, I think Alan is busy. Anyone else out there for the Rubber Boot Net, please? Nothing heard. So this is going to be a short net, I would say, which is fine. VEC, are you used?
Good morning again there, Mike. No, there has not been any change in the forecast. We're still sitting around 9 degrees, and it's still foggy here. It's slightly foggy. And the only thing I did notice was the temperature is going to be a little higher than I thought. They're looking at 25, and I said the humidex around 30. It's actually going to be about 35, 37. So it's going to be quite humid today. And we're looking at the early part of the afternoon, a 40% chance of rain, and then that switches up to 70% as we get into the early evening. So it's going to be a rainy evening. Back to you.
VE3MPC Orleans.
VE2OCQ?
Yes, okay, I heard some reports of a collision Bronson at first, but I could not hear what direction because it's my left ear, and I don't hear as well. Okay, so thank you for running the net. This will be my last 73 from VE2OCQ.
Okay, well, it's obviously going to be a dull day. There's nothing to look out of our windows. It's fog all around. And, well, it's got to be more than a couple of hundred yards coming. VE3MPC It's gone. VCNIE.
Thanks again, Mike. I guess I was wrong. It might have been Damien who sounded a bit like Alan, because we could only hear the first three letters of the call sign, and I thought it was Alan. Sorry about that. Anyway, not much from me. VA3 and IE, clear.
Yeah, I didn't see the Sergeant signing around. He's probably vetting, I think. VCNPO.
V3MPO, well, I got nothing else to say here, just a quick good morning, and after the net there, I'd like to know if Dave NIE got his radio, his tri-bander working okay. Just be curious as to if he's been using it. Anyhow, back to net, V3MPO.
Well, I guess I'm possibly using it now. I don't know. VE3TX.
VE3 Tango X-Ray Bravo here. Well, not much to say other than looking forward to another week. I hope we don't have miserable rain and all of that stuff. I have some things to get done before winter sets in, so the VE3 Tango X-Ray Bravo, back to the group.
Well, we had a real work party yesterday. I invited some friends and relations over for dinner, and of course took the opportunity to get the dock dismantled and packed away for the winter. So we have no place to dump off now. Which is just as well, because the water is very cold, I would say. And let's try for VECU UH Bob.
He's fading in and out pretty bad. Well, I was going to say, Roger there, the dickweed that's the President of the United States and the FCC are trying to ban all the Wuxon and all the low-cost amateur radio stuff from China from coming into the U.S., and they'll probably dictate to Canada what we can or can't do. Just a little food for thought. V3 UUH.
Well, I wouldn't think it's much in the absolute scale of magnitude. It's not a particularly profitable enterprise, I wouldn't say. But well, yes, the good old I've forgotten his name. Trumpy. Mr. Trumpy is obviously going. He's going to find it a hard job to get across the border, I think. However, I would think that Canada could probably put some tariffs on aluminium. I would have said. And the United States has already got rid of the Columbian River. Apparently, it's just about dry when it gets to the Gulf of Mexico. So I will put out a final call for the Rubber Boot Net. It's done now. Well, it's a dark, dismal day today. Well, it isn't at the moment, but it was half an hour or so ago. And We'll be having to change the cost very soon. I think it's early in October. I hope I'm right about that. Well, thanks to everyone who checked in with us. We didn't have many participants. In fact, it turns out to be 8. I think the reception put people off, I would say. So, maybe tomorrow will be better. That will be Friday, of course. And hope to see everybody there. I'll be a VE3MPC fishing off, and I'll go and see if I can get in between the rain showers and do some more work. VE3MPC is clear. Good morning, guys.
VE3MPO, VE3NIE.
3NIE, VE3MPO, good morning.
Bofang. I haven't really done much with it. I haven't taken it on walkabout or anything to see if I can hit the repeater from here down on the ground. Here in the apartment, though, it seems to be some shielding on from the outside of the building. I think there's some metal cladding, so it doesn't receive that awfully well. I'd have to hook it to my ground plane antenna, and then I'd probably get some signals, but I haven't really used it much so far. Over.
Let the old man identify. Yeah, I was just curious as to, and maybe, I don't know, I just kind of wonder if Alan received his and just get an update. Yeah, I guess, like Bob was saying there, if on the United States they want to ban these radios, I guess now that they're selling them out of British Columbia there, that Fleetwood company, I guess maybe the Americans are going to buy them, or maybe, I guess, no, they might not let them enter the country. So I don't know what Canada's going to do with them. I mean, there's so many people that have these little handhelds. I know mine works just fine. The only problem I have was putting an external antenna on it. It does not seem to... I think it might be an issue with the connector, so I may go and buy another connector and see if it does the same or not. But the little radio itself there with the rubber duck, I find it as good as the Kenwood radios, the other portable Kenwood radios that I have. Anyhow, that's about all I wanted to say here. So I was just curious as to if you had given it a real good test. Back to you.
No, I haven't yet. That's probably something I should do this afternoon after work. So, but other than that, no, Alan's supposed to receive his, I think it says tomorrow, is what he said in his email. So, we'll see. The way the radios are regulated things are regulated in Canada is different than the U.S., so we're allowed to transmit only on certain frequencies, and we can get charged on other frequencies, so I don't think there's really an issue with Canada. The Americans are complaining an awful lot right now about the way that they're trying to specify that all of the radios that amateurs use have to only be able to transmit on the amateur frequencies, whereas the home-built radios and stuff like that for the people who have the advanced licenses in the U.S., or whatever it's called, the extra or something. Anyways, I think they can use radios that they can have capability to transmit the outside of the band, but they follow the legal rules and stick to the amateur bands, and in that case, they're fine. But the way they're writing the regulation now, or they're trying to amend the regulation, would make all of those radios that can transmit out of the band illegal. So it's not really a problem with the amateurs, it's a problem with other users that get a hold of the radios and them not being able to track down and limit the sales to other people that are non-amateurs. Over.
That's probably it. And some people might want to use go on FRS, GRS, or whatever there with those radios, and maybe put an external antenna. That's the thing that was explained to me, that having the possibility of putting an external antenna is not the greatest. And yeah, they do go out of band, and some people that don't have their license going to put their hands on them and use them. I guess the criminal society may be using them. So yeah, so that's it. So I don't know what's going to come of it. Gee whiz. Yeah, well, I'm really satisfied with mine. I got to say that. It's 5R. I don't have that tri-bander, but it does work good, and it picks up all kinds of other frequencies, ambulance, and a few other things, and you can receive. I guess you can transmit too. Whatever you receive with those little bolt-ons, you can transmit. So there you go. And yeah, okay. Well, I'm glad that well, you got yours, and I just Alan's going to get, and I'm sure there's a lot of the guys in the Ottawa community that are going to be picking them up. Not that actually on 220, there's not that many repeaters, and there's hardly anybody around on those frequencies. So anyhow, okay, very well. Well, I guess I'll let you go. I don't know if you're working from home today, possibly, and hope you have a nice day.
Yeah, I'm working at home. Yeah, you have a great day too. And you identified the problem that the U.S. is having is people transmitting on police and ambulance and some of the other frequencies, as well as using the GMRS or FMRS, whatever it is, frequencies, and being able to change the antenna to a high gain antenna. And I think they're only allowed 2 watts, maybe 4, I'm not sure, with the FRS and GMRS radios. So there's those sorts of issues, people using these particular radios where things are not supposed to be used for. They do sell them, Bofang was selling them as also a commercial type radio, so people that are in the ambulance or other services could use these radios if they had the license for that. Over. Anyway, VE3 and IE clear.
Okay, well, that's the problem. I guess some people using it, they could cause interference on some of those bands. And I just wonder there, I don't know there, maybe Bob, UUH might know there, somebody from off the street goes into Radio World, would they be able to buy a portable radio or an HF, or would they be asked if they have a license? Bob, do you know, are you on frequency, Bob? VE3UUH, VE3MPO? I guess Bob is left. He's probably gone on the other net there in Brockville. Maybe I'll go over there. Yeah, okay, Dave, anyhow, thanks for that there. I just kind of wonder if people off the street could go in and buy a portable Kenwood or Icon or one of those radios. I'm not sure whether they could or not, but anyhow, I'd like to... Anyhow, okay, Dave, 7-3, have a nice day, VE3MPO.
VE3MPO.
VE3TXV, VE3MPO, hello, Tim.
Hey, your question, I was sitting back here. Yes, they do ask you for your license before they sell you any radios.
Well, okay. I wasn't sure whether they did. I think maybe years ago they might not have, but I guess if it's a wife and wants to buy a radio for her husband and she could prove her husband's a ham, I guess they would sell it to him. So, yeah, okay, that's good. Well, I did not know that there, whether it was something that the stores did.
Now, the stores, some of the reputable stores do it, but other stores don't, so it depends on exactly where you buy it.
ham radio user or not. So I guess they figured somebody off the street's one thing, or somebody that's ordering it via parcel Canada Post, then it's a little bit different. The person must have some idea. I also mentioned, I think, that I was taking my amateur course at that time. So VE3 and IE, over.
Before you had your license there, Dave?
Yes, before I hadn't my license. I hadn't, I'd only said that I was taking my, the course right now to get my certificate. Over.
Okay, well, thanks for that there. You do. Yeah. Anyhow, while you're still on there, Dave, I got to ask you something. Is Environment planning on cutting down on some of their services?
Possibly. I'm not really sure. Different groups may have different things they're going to do, but we don't generally hear about them across the board. So it's quite often it's news to everybody else that's there. Yes, it's possible to go around and ask people what's going on and stuff like that, but yeah, not really correct to do stuff like that. So, but as far as I know, they're keeping things pretty much status quo. There may be some things that drop due to, for whatever reason, but that happens with just about every industry and government over.
Everybody's cutting down. I know Environment Canada cut down maybe 10 years ago, and then they cut down, and now they did a survey not too long ago there, a few months back, and it just feels like they want to cut down either the service by telephone, or I kind of use the service by telephone, or the service on the air type of thing there at the transmitter at Lavant there, 162550. I just don't see them getting rid of that, although sometimes the weather forecast from them and the weather channel is a bit different at times. Yeah, okay, well, thanks for that there, Tim. Dave.
Just for your information there, Roger, the Environment Canada forecasts and Weather Channel forecasts are quite often different. Environment Canada has their domain is preparing the forecast, and their meteorologists and forecast models and stuff like that produce a lot of this. The Weather Network and some of the other providers, they take this information, and their meteorologists may put their own spin on for short-term forecasts, and they may tweak the long-term forecast, but generally the shorter term within the week is Environment Canada's, but they are allowed to tweak their own forecast. Any emergency messages or warnings and stuff, they can only be issued, I believe, by Environment Canada. That's as far as I know. VE3 and IE, over.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess what you get on TV or my radio here, that whenever there's an emergency of some kind there, that even the tests they do on Wednesdays there, my radio will start beeping there at certain times if it's an emergency or if it's just a test. My radio or the TV, I believe the wife was saying the screen becomes red and a weather alert type of thing, so that's good. And I guess even the cell phones are supposed to get these alerts, but there was an issue there with that the cell phones were not getting it or whatever.
It's pretty much only the newer cell phones, like this year's vintage. Some of last year's vintage can receive those push emergency messages, but the last time there was a tornado warning early in the summer, but I received messages about this last tornado as well. Significant other, she received a message as well about the warning for the last tornado we had, and other people have heard them too. So it generally depends on the age of your phone whether it's able to receive the push messages. Over.
I guess these new cell phones, you can program your telephone to keep phone there, and one of these days there I'll upgrade there and get an iPhone. I think the iPhone for visually impaired are very nice, and it might work nicer there. There's, I was going to say Google, and there's, I guess I understand Siri that can tell us a lot of things there, but I think the other phones can do the same, I guess, nowadays. Okay, let you go, Dave. Have a nice day. And you too there, Tim. I'll let you have the final word there, Tim. I guess Tim is gone for breakfast.
Take care. VE3 and IE, please.
7-3 Dave, and everybody else. VE3MPC Rubber Boot Net.